This is the VOCIC AX25 electric chairlift, and I'm going to tell you about my entire experience with it, show it off in detail to help you decide if this one's the right one for you. So VOCIC is a very well-known brand when it comes to these electric chairlift, and the model AX25 fits right in the middle of about 5 of their models. The lift takes about 1.5 minutes to go from the very bottom all the way up to the top using this very simple remote. Holds up to 350 pounds. Weighs 32 pounds itself, and it comes on some wheels. Check out my full experience straight out of the box. Comes in a nice sized box here. We're gonna look at the assembly quickly. Great packaging with styrofoam. Everything came well protected. On its own, the frame is about 25 pounds. It comes with a nice instruction manual, very clear diagrams, table of contents so you know exactly where to go. It explains the assembly, how to use the remote, and some troubleshooting. The only thing you need to do for the assembly is attach the 2 legs, which involves 4 screws and a provided Allen key. You should be up and running in less than 10 minutes from the time you open the box. Now the remote is great because this is a rechargeable battery that already comes at 100%, and that's all you need to get started. So when it's stored away, it takes up a really small footprint. And right now this is pretty much at the maximum height, but I can lower it with the remote if I wanted it to take up even less room. Might take about a minute for it to get to that lowest setting. Nonetheless, very small footprint overall. Now when moving, it weighs about 32 pounds, and it's got 2 larger wheels in the back. So if you have carpet or rugs, this one's gonna wheel over it really easily. And overall, it does make for a really good experience to move it around. So let's first take a look at the build of this chair. This chair weighs 32 pounds. It's got some nice support on the bottom that helps to keep it very stable, and we'll show it in action. It features some very nice large wheels, an adjustable thick belt that can go extremely wide or very narrow as you need it. The remote is white and contrasts very nicely against the black coloring, so you can find it nice and easily. On the back, you've got an additional hook in case you need to hook anything else onto it. Cloth backing that is removable if you need to wash it. Handlebars on both sides that lift up and down and snap into place. They are a little bit difficult to get up, but they do lock into place. Comfortable backing is mentioned, very breathable. This is an Oxford cloth design. This is removable if you open up these Velcros, but you would need to remove them using a screwdriver with a star bit. Talking more about the dimensions, this is 14 inches across, which isn't the widest, but it also is not extremely narrow. At the absolute lowest point, it's going to sit 2.4 inches off the floor, and at the highest point, the chair will reach 19.7 inches. Definitely high enough to get yourself onto another chair or even into a standing position with ease. Nice, easy to grab handlebars here at the top so you can move it around. And even with one hand, most people should be able to wheel this around. Now, if you did have to use this, you would appreciate that this one goes as low as 2.3 inches from the floor, making it not very difficult to slide onto. You basically don't have to lift your body whatsoever, as long as you can just get right onto this little lip here. These handlebars, like I mentioned, are optional, but they're nice to have. And if you need the extra support, this is a really nice quality belt that is adjustable with essentially only 2 buttons being the up and down arrows. This is going to be very user friendly, even for beginners. Almost impossible to screw up. From the very bottom to the very top at 19.7 inches tall, this is going to take about 1.5 minutes, and I have timed it. It's got a very strong motor which holds up to 350 pounds for this model, which I think is perfect, especially because if you're larger than 300 pounds, you may want to consider a different size for the fact that you may run out of width. But again, the handlebars are optional, so if you needed a little bit of extra width, you could always just leave one side open for some extra room. Now when it reaches the top, the motor will stop. You can just let go of the remote, remove the seatbelt with ease, and either stand up, of course, or move over to the location that you'd like. Pay attention to how stable it is too. Even if I'm on the very edge of the seat, this is retaining perfect balance. It might move just a little, but overall extremely stable, and another reason to go with something that's a little bit more premium like this. Overall, this is a great lift for simplicity. Great to have because it takes up such a small footprint. Right in the middle of the pack as far as what VOCIC offers as a brand, and the only reason you may need something more is if you wanted something that's even larger for a little bit more space, which typically comes with more weight and a little bit more difficulty of moving around. This one to me is still very portable, simplistic to use, easy to assemble, something that you hope not to need, but great to have for those times that you do. And if for some reason not in use, stores up, extremely small, with these nice big wheels, easy to move around for almost anyone. And that's what makes this VOCIC AX25 a fantastic lift. Hopefully that helps give you a good idea at what this one is like.